Now this whole block has been planted out, and this is what we call one of our mixed blocks. So for our CSA production, where we're trying to give our customers a large diversity, this block that's only 2/10 of an acre with 10 beds has about 10 different crops in it. We have broccoli, 2 types of cabbages, a couple types of lettuce. We have dill and cilantro, basil and scallions, turnips, radishes, arugula, and spinach. And this is a very different diversity than would happen on most of the farms that you see in the state. Our last step is now to irrigate this block in with our overhead irrigation pipe. In a field like this in California, where we don't get summer rainfall, we need to irrigate. We use overhead irrigation or sprinkler irrigation to do that, to establish our plants. So for the first 10 to 14 days, we'll water these overhead to make sure the whole soil surface gets wet, the plants really grab well, and then we'll transition it over to drip tape for the rest of its life. So we like to say that the crop is on drip for probably 80 to 90% of all of its irrigation. This really helps us early on to establish the crop. You'll see this line here, because we're watering both those beds and these beds. This is a 360-degree head. So it's a pretty simple impact sprinkler, just like the ones that water the lawns at the parks. And it rotates and it'll water about 30 feet in both directions. Over on this side, because we're not yet quite ready to water this section of the field, we have adjustable heads that have components that allow us to restrict the irrigation to just work at 180 degrees to just be watering this section of the field. And again, this is a slightly more nuanced way of irrigating than larger fields where you're just going to have a single crop across the whole field. We plant these blocks every 2 weeks, and we need to keep certain sections moist and certain sections dry so that we're not impacting our tillage and bed preparation for the next section by maintaining our water over on this side.